Let me know when you see us live.
YouTube is going,
I see us on
loading.
Twitch.
Do you see us on Twitch? Because I don't. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I see us on
Loading.
Twitch.
Do you see us on Twitch? Because I don't. Okay. Yeah, we're good. YouTube and the
Dude.
Twitch is live.
Huh. All right, my dude. You ready?
Let's get it.
Let's fucking go. What's up, Twitch?
Hello, Twitch and YouTube. Welcome to the show.
All right. We going. Dude, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. I'm Mark,
And I'm Vic.
and we are To Live and Talk in LA.
Nice.
Vibing, dude. Vibing.
Every Wednesday, I just look forward to. Every week, I look forward to Wednesday to hear you do your cool intro with your radio voice. So clean, dude.
It's the only thing that I got going for me these days is the radio voice. That's all I got, man. That's all I got. I got an Apple Pencil. That's
Did
kind
you?
of like a pretty cool thing, yeah.
That's
I'm
pretty fancy.
So you're gonna ask me why I got an Apple Pencil?
Yeah, that was my next question. Are you getting into artwork or what's the deal?
No.
Hmm.
I've been sitting on this iPad, which is a pretty cool iPad. It's supposed to be an iPad Pro, and it's nice because it's loud, it has nice loudspeakers, and that's all I use it for is to play the intro music to the podcast. So I spent a pretty good chunk of change, and I said, what can I do with my iPad? And
Yeah.
I started going on Google and Reddit, and I said, hey, what can I really do with my iPad? And
Sure, you can do a
someone
lot
said,
of stuff. Yeah.
you could, except I'm not artistic. I'm
Okay.
I don't make beats. I don't really take pictures, and I don't travel a whole lot, so I don't have my iPad with me. And I've never said, "Damn, I wish I don't even have a laptop." I have a laptop for work,
Yeah.
but I don't need a laptop.
Hmm.
I'm happy with just my phone when I'm traveling. I'm like, I'm good. I'm not really doing work emails if I'm traveling because chances are I'm on vacation.
That PTO, dude. Yeah.
Use it or lose it,
That's right.
is what they say. And I said, you know what, and I saw someone say something about Dungeons and Dragons, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I've been in a Dungeons and Dragons campaign for a couple
So cool,
months,
dude.
and I've been dealing with this whole thing of bringing a notebook and bringing paper and printing everything out and having cards for your characters and all these all these different things that are going on, and I just have a lot. And I said, "Oh my God, I have." Someone said Dungeons and Dragons. I can get a pencil and I can take notes, so I don't have to worry about pen and paper anymore.
Who
If I
uses
bring an
paper
iPad,
anymore? It's
I can just go.
ridiculous.
I can go ahead and I'm starting taking notes for the show. So I'm like, "Ooh, I like that one." I'll start writing it down. I'm pretty sure I won't be taking notes during the show because I won't like.
I'll keep an eye out for it. Maybe you got to build that
Mm,
habit, dude. Like, oh, that was
yeah.
awesome. That was so
Ooh,
funny that I said. Let me write it down. You
yeah.
know?
At 2 minutes and 54 seconds, I said I could use that, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it. We'll see where it goes. So I got an Apple Pencil for this one.
So it's mainly a Dungeons and Dragons notebook right now. That's what it's doing.
Yeah, and
Okay.
if I start writing, well, when I start punching up my jokes, I can actually do it on my iPad, and
Yeah.
it emulates the pen and paper feel.
Okay.
And yeah, I just need to write, and I'm gonna do it.
You know, the iPad, I don't have one, but my buddy, one of my old roommates when we were living together, had one. And we actually
Hmm.
would use it a lot for board games because some of these board games are so complicated and there's all these cards and all this stuff. And basically, every board game that's really complicated, someone just develops a website that just does it all for you, like on a tablet or
Hmm.
whatever. It's really
Hmm.
nice. So
Yeah,
I've actually had half of mine to get an iPad for similar purposes.
yeah.
But it's like, yeah, when these commercials, they're like, you know, do you want to be able to take photo and video and edit it at the same time and then post it on all your content platforms? And it's like, damn, I'm like missing steps in that
Hmm.
creative process, you know. So you're one step closer, dude.
Dude,
All right.
and I'm gonna take you guys back. This is why you watch on Twitch and YouTube live Wednesdays at 7:30. Is I do magic tricks too. This Apple Pencil is also rubber. Ooh.
Whoa. It's
Oh, dude.
okay.
Well, wait a minute. It's not rubber. See, dude, crushing it. This is why you come to the show.
Yeah, I'm impressed. It's getting cropped
Ooh.
out a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
But
it's
we get it. Still
but I
cool.
did that. Yeah.
Hmm.
I guess another thing. I was projected to get married in October 5th.
Yeah.
That was the plan with the Guatemalan. Still is, but it turns out that's going to be my second wedding.
What? You found another
Because
lady or what?
oh, dude, whoa, pump the
Kidding,
brakes,
kidding.
Kimosabi. Yeah, you got to just once in a while trade in for the Guatemalan. Like, from one Guatemalan to
She'll
another.
love that.
Yeah, she'll love that.
Sorry,
Stop,
sweetie.
please.
Sorry.
Stop because the magic is freaking you out. Oh, I'm glad some people were here in the chat because some may or may not know. As of May 4th, your boy's officially married. Officially.
Congrats, dude.
I know. Isn't that
Congrats.
weird? That's your boy did it. There was a whole thing of we want a wedding, but she also wanted an intimate wedding, which means I also wanted an intimate wedding.
So
Well, yeah, I mean,
awesome how you guys align like that. You
yeah,
know, you guys are great.
it's just it's simpatico, like on
Power
the same
couple.
page. And honestly, like, but quite honestly, it's cool because the wedding that we have for October 5th is going to be a pretty big one in terms of people being there, and it's like it's about you, but it's not about you.
I
So
love big
it's like,
weddings. So hopefully
yeah,
I'm invited.
uh, well, we'll think about it. We'll think about it. But the whole thing is, it's kind of like there is a bit of intimate moments, but it's also you're in front of a bunch of people, and we wanted to do something where it's just an intimate thing, where it's just it's us,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of breaking it to you guys here on May 4th that yeah, your boy is officially married. Isn't that cool?
It's so cool, and I can't
Yeah.
believe that I forgot. I was just so shook, you know?
She had all this ready to go.
Yeah, I was like, I remember, you told me, and I was just like losing my mind. I didn't even know what to say, you know?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
then I think I just like that same mode, kind of came back to the pod last week. I was like, I was still just in awe and happiness for you. So congratulations. That's great, dude.
Thanks, dude. May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Is that a Star Wars
Fucking
thing? Because you're
nerds.
gonna get that,
Fucking
yeah,
nerds.
every year, all
Yeah.
the time.
Mhm. It
Okay.
was. I wore a Star Wars shirt for it.
Oh
Your
wow.
boy did it. Yeah. It's in theme. If it's in theme, I'm doing it. So I went Star Wars. Here's a question I have for you. In the event you do get married, do you want to wear a ring?
I think so. I've
Think
seen
so?
some of these dudes wearing pretty cool rings, like the gold band, just the plain one. I think I'd get something a little different. I see people getting them out of like tungsten and like these cool dark metals and stuff. I'm like, I could fuck with that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, my thing about rings was I didn't want to wear a ring. I don't want to wear a ring, and I was pretty vocal about it early on. In the if you're ever to get married, like, what do you think? And I would say I don't want to wear a ring. That was probably the
what's
first
the
thing.
hate with the ring? Why?
I'm just not a jewelry guy. Most of the time, I get
too.
I'll wear my Apple Watch with my Hermes band. Just no
Whoa.
one's ever asked. It's
Flex.
Hermes, but it's Hermes. Not that I'm flexing. That's the only thing I really have that's like flashy jewelry wise. I want all attention up here. It's the cash register.
Right.
But I'm just not a ring guy. I never wore jewelry. I don't wear necklaces. I don't
I don't
have my
own any
nipples
rings.
pierced.
Yeah, I don't have
Yeah.
any of that stuff.
I don't have any of this stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'm pretty good on it, and I didn't want to wear a ring. And then leading up to then we got engaged, and it's like you're gonna wear a ring, and I was like, honestly, I don't want to wear a ring. It's not for me. Getting closer to this time when we started, and I just want to let you know the happy compromise here is I am now wearing a wedding ring.
I'm glad you guys sorted it out.
Yeah,
it
you
sounds
know,
like you both came together and you agreed on something. So
Yeah, the
good for you.
compromise. Like, I was like, I don't want to wear a ring. It's not for me. She said you have to wear a ring. The compromise was you wear a ring. So I'm putting on the ring right here, and it's
Damn,
it's
it's
yeah.
pretty dope. I've
It
seen it
is
in
cool.
person. It's really cool. It's
Yeah.
got those little etchings and stuff. The chat's asking to see it. It's pretty cool, man. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Thanks, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing a ring. I only wear a cock ring. I mean, that was the case until I started wearing a ring, and
You got it resized and brought it
yeah,
upstairs.
I
Yeah.
actually have a legit fear of because like the whole thing was also, oh, I guess I don't have to wear my ring if I'm playing basketball and hooping up.
Mm.
And she said, here's the perfect compromise. I'll get you wedding bands that will be something you wear in the gym. I don't even, I haven't even opened them up yet, quite honestly. I'm afraid because
What
like
does
if
that
I'm playing
mean?
like it's
Like,
a
is it?
wedding band, but
Uh,
it's like rubber and silicone.
so it's like a different ring you can wear while you're working out, so that you're
Yeah.
always wearing a ring.
Just to say, hey, ladies and older gay dudes, I'm sorry, I'm off the market.
Yeah, you're
Or
not gonna
or
get this guy. Move
if
on.
you're a hot young gay dude, that's different. But older gay dudes and ladies, that's off the table, you know? But
Sorry, y'all. You
yeah, but
missed
like
it.
I haven't worn it because I'm afraid. I have like, okay, we've talked about phobias before, right? Or, like
Mm-hmm.
illegitimate phobias, and my other one now that has overcome me in the last 6 months or 3 months is wearing a ring and then playing basketball or doing something jamming my finger and my finger starts to swell up. Then my ring is stuck,
Yeah.
and I like
And
that
your
freaks
finger
me out.
starts turning purple.
Yeah, I don't have claustrophobia. Like I don't have that at all. But I'm afraid of getting things stuck and I can't remove them. And that's just kind of like a thing.
Hmm.
And I'm afraid to if I play basketball, I can't wear it. I have to take it off.
Have you seen those YouTube videos where you like stick a string through it or something, and like, or you like wrap your finger to like
Hmm.
press it down, and then you can like do a thing with a string? Have you seen any of this?
No, I have not.
It doesn't look comfortable, but I think there is a solution if it gets stuck on your
Hmm.
finger, and it has to do with the string. I don't
Hmm.
know. You should look up the source material, but I'm just saying that's also the thing. Also, have you seen the movie The Abyss?
I have not seen it. No.
Okay. So I've
Mhm.
seen half of the movie The Abyss. The reason I'm bringing it up is
Uh,
because this guy is trapped in an underwater like science station or whatever, and
mhm.
things go wrong, of course, and it starts flooding, and he's going to die, and he sticks his hand in between this door, and the wedding ring is the thing that keeps the door from closing on him.
Mhm.
Okay? And then he's like, "Ah," he's all freaking out, and it's like hitting the ring, and then it just opens back up because it couldn't close itself all the way. So he's like, "Oh my god, thank God I'm wearing this ring, even though my wife is dead or whatever the case was.
Yeah.
I don't remember." So
Mhm.
just saying, it might save your life one day. You know,
Am I? I think it's tungsten. Tungsten.
that shit's hard, bro,
Yeah. It's
in both senses of the word. It's pretty
yeah.
cool.
It goes hard. Yeah. Like I mean, I keep touching things and I keep tapping my hand on the table, and it's a thing that I have to get used to because of compromise. Compromise, again, if you missed it, is I didn't want to wear a ring. She wanted me to wear one, and now the compromise is I wear the ring.
Suck it.
I love compromising.
Yeah,
That's
it's
my favorite thing.
it's all about, because the thing is later
Hmm.
you can compromise on
Hmm.
something. So now you have this. Now you have one piece of ammo just in your back pocket, bro, ready to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So next time you want to do something scandalous or whatever it is, say, "Hey,
Hmm.
babe, we got to compromise." Just to make your nightmares worse. Are you reading the chat
Hmm.
right now about Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah, but you read it.
I'm gonna read it out loud.
Hmm.
Jimmy Fallon had a freak accident involving his wedding ring. His finger was dislocated when he tripped, and the ring got caught on the edge of the countertop. I don't know. That actually doesn't sound as bad as I thought, but yeah, dislocating. I mean, you don't want that.
Have you ever seen a dislocated finger?
No, but I imagine you just like, and it just pops back, right?
Dude, it's disgusting. I was playing basketball, and I remember
Everything happens on the court, dude.
everything. I was Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark, and this dude went for the ball, and I don't know if he hit someone's thigh or hand. The ball came up in a weird angle, but he smashed it, and he yelled, "Ah, fuck!" Like super loud. He yelled it. He picked up his hand, and it looked like his hand was thrown up the west side. His finger was just completely fucked.
Mm.
And I remember I'm the worst person to get hurt in front of because I will freak
You're
out.
squeamish.
I'm telling you this right now. I yelled, "Oh my God!" And this is my friend, mind you. This is a good friend of mine. I said, "Oh my God!" And I stepped away. I was like, I don't know what to do.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
Yeah, it's so bad. You need to figure something out. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And he popped it back in. He literally
That's a
popped it
real
back in.
man, dude. He's tough.
Yeah, that was fucking
Did he
wild,
keep
dude.
playing after that, or was he like, I gotta go home?
No, he kept playing. You have adrenaline still
True
pumping through you.
baller. Yeah. That's what
Yeah,
they
so
say. If someone gets dislocated, you just relocate, right? It's not that bad.
yeah, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't know how to
You gotta let
loc
somebody do it for you. Just close your eyes and just say, "Take my hand,"
Well,
and
how do you
they'll.
like? Do you just push it? Is it like a connect, like a Lego set where you can feel the pop and
Yeah, I
then
think it's like
go?
a magnetics. Like you pull it
What is
out,
that?
and then eventually when it aligns, it just goes back
Mm.
because it's looking for it. It's like when you're driving stick. You know, the gears
Yeah.
find themselves, dude. Kinda.
No.
Apparently, Jimmy almost lost his finger, so the story gets
Yeah.
worse.
It,
I don't know.
did we talk about illegitimate fears? Maybe we didn't, because I.
A little bit, but
Yeah.
bring it back, dude,
What's
if you want. I guess that's
wh-
one.
what else? Like in chat, what are your illegitimate fear? Illegitimate, like children.
Irrational.
What are irrational fears? If you're, yeah, what is your irrational fear?
I'm afraid of walking over manholes. I always think I'm gonna step on it and I'm gonna fall through like a Wile E. Coyote or something. So I just jump right over it and avoid them
Manholes
entirely.
meaning the cap of the sewer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You don't see those too often, but when I do, I'm like, not today.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't the
Mhm.
one. Also, things that are like hanging, I just don't like things in high places. When I go to people's houses and there's like stuff all over the walls and there's like paintings and a bunch of glass shit, I'm like, I'm not staying. I got to be on the other side of the room because if the earthquake happens, which we're fated to have a big one anytime now, all
Yeah.
this shit's coming down. You know,
That I give you that. That's pretty good.
I think that's kind of realistic, but it's a little paranoid. It's like, let me live my life. That's what these people say.
One of my irrational fears, 4th of July, even the 4th of July weekend, the day after, the 2 days after, is driving around with my windows open, because LA becomes a war zone, and all of a sudden I have a deep fear of the firecrackers shooting into the car.
I've seen that on Reddit, so it happens.
And that freaks me out. Another one is going to the ATM drive-through, and someone with a samurai sword cuts off my arm.
That's a crazy one. That's probably not
crazy.
going to happen. I've never seen that online, and I watch a lot of crazy videos. I'm subscribed to crazy fucking videos on Reddit, and it's basically just like people fighting, things exploding, like bad things happening. But the samurai swords are not very common. You can let that one go.
I mean, Shogun is what's hot in the streets right now. Maybe like
true.
samurai swords will become a thing.
A lot of mall ninjas are getting geared up right now, dude. They're excited. Do you do the drive-through when you go to the ATM? Do you do that?
I mean, if it's available, yeah.
I don't even know where there's a drive-through ATM. I just get out of my car.
Who do you bank with?
I'm a-
Credit union?
I'm a Chase man. Okay.
And then there's 100% a Chase drive-through. I feel like if you can walk out your place right now, you'll see one.
Sherman Oaks is old school, dude. We do it. We got to go inside.
Go see a teller.
I talk to the teller. I let them. Hey, here, please, give me some money.
Have you? When was the last time you went to go see a teller?
Not. It's been a long time. I usually go see the. Realistically, I see the tellers when I need checks, because I'm not an adult. I don't own a checkbook. So whenever I need checks, I go and I buy one sheet of checks for like $3 or whatever, and it lasts me a year. Because who the fuck writes checks anymore? So
Dude, you get bank issued checks?
yeah.
That's funny.
How
dude.
else do you get checks? What are you supposed to do?
I order mine through the app.
You own a checkbook.
I have a checkbook. Yeah, I have to pay rent with a check.
Wow. Mine's all online. I don't know.
Yeah. I have to write a rent check every month, whether I need to or not, and I write it. And there's nothing more defeating than paying money, but then literally spelling it out of how much you owe.
Writing out every individual letter feels
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Like, oh, I owe $3,573 in rent, and then you have to write THRE, and it actually disgusts me to have to write it out. It's one thing to just charge it on your card or Apple Pay or Auto Pay or whatever it is, but to physically write out a check makes me sick every fucking time.
It's like insult to injury because the landlord's just looking at it like, look
Yeah.
at this shit.
I'm never writing a check for a good purchase. The days are over when you would go make a big ticket purchase item. You go and buy a washing machine or a Dell computer,
Hmm.
and you said, "I brought the checkbook, honey. Let me open up the checkbook," and that was like a feel good purchase. You go to
Yeah.
the Sharper Image and you write the check and you feel it. Now you write a check, it's always a bad thing. There's never a good reason for you to write a check. There's never like if I wanted something that's dope, I'm honestly just using my face to scan it and then I check out immediately. Makes me happy. But
People used
writing a
to
check,
have checkbooks with things on them. They would order fun checks because they use them for so many fun things. I think
yeah.
my
Well,
mom used to have like a Lion King checkbook or something, if I remember correctly.
mine are the Dodgers.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good too.
So
You
I
hate
have a
baseball
Dodger
though.
check. Yeah, I don't hate it. I just don't have the patience for a 900 game season.
I think that's just how you get your rep up with people in LA. You pay them with a check, they're like, "Oh, Dodger check. Okay, this guy's
Yeah.
cool."
Did you see Shohei's game last week? And I'm like, nope, I did not. I did not see it.
No, I was
um,
just talking with somebody about my trip to Chicago. I'm going to Chicago next month, and
oh,
my girlfriend's been planning it out, and she's got all this stuff with her family and things she's excited about. And I like to keep it loose when I'm doing vacations and just kind of wander around. But I thought, okay, fine. Like, I don't want to do like no effort, so I'm gonna try and think of things I want to do instead of just being like I'm down for whatever, because nobody wants that person. So I was looking up some food places, whatever. Anyway, I was talking to somebody yesterday or 2 days ago, and they're like, "Dude, if you're in Chicago, you gotta go watch a game. You like baseball? You gotta go to Wrigley Field." And I'm like, I was thinking about it, but it's like I don't know if I want to go there just to. Do I want to use a day watching a baseball game? Like, I get the field is cool, but I just don't
dip
know, dude.
dip out a seventh inning stretch.
People do that. But I always laugh
Sweet.
at those people. When I'm at Dodger games and someone's leaving to beat the traffic, I'm like, you're such a lame, you know?
If I were to go to Wrigley Field, I think it's Wrigley Field because there's two Chicago
Mm.
teams. I want to sit where Steve Bartman sat. I want a picture there. Do you know Steve Bartman?
No.
I'm gonna test your girl's Chicago. She needs to give back her Chicago card because I'm assuming she was born there.
No, she was born in England.
Uh,
She's
oh,
fancy.
has she heard my British accent?
I
Does
don't
she?
know.
Does
You
she?
can try it.
Does she have a British accent? I haven't
No,
heard
she
it.
lost it.
Ah, that's a shame.
It's a bummer. I
Well,
know.
because I know.
Just kidding. I don't care. Whatever.
Well, I mean, like, uh,
I mean, it's a plus, but I'm not gonna like knock somebody for having no accent.
my
Seems not
British
fair.
accent. It's actually the Queen of England. I don't know if I've done it here on To Live and Talk in LA, which you can find on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or however you get your podcast. All right, this is the Queen of England.
Hmm.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, hold on. Let me drink some water here because they gotta. She's now that she's gone. I gotta make sure.
You gotta really do it justice. Yeah, you don't want to do it with a dry throat.
All right. Oi! I'm the Queen of England.
Stupid ass. It's
pretty
very
good.
accurate though. For any of the
Yeah.
Brits in the chat, let us know. What do you think?
I have an updated one for you too because now she's gone. Are you ready for this one?
Hmm.
It's more of a visual one because you have to be on Twitch and YouTube for this one. But you ready? Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Yes. See, that one is accurate. You crushed.
That way, it's 2 for 2. My game's always evolving. I can do impressions.
The Brits in the chat are already freaking out. You've gone too
Yeah.
far. I think it was fun.
Okay. Okay.
Dead
Well,
people jokes are great.
Steve Bartman.
Oh yeah. Anyway, who's this?
He was the guy who cost the Cubs winning the World Series. Do you remember this?
Oh, and he stole the ball.
He's the fan who caught the
Dude.
ball. It was the Cub player was going to catch the ball, and then Steve Bartman's first reaction was to put his hands out right over here, and he caught the
it.
ball. And everyone fucking wanted him dead. It's
Everybody
actually
hates
like
this man. Yeah.
everyone
that's
hated him.
Pretty bad.
And in the true essence of sports, the game doesn't come down to one play. As terrible as it is, because the Cubs fucked up a bunch of times, from what I remember, but they all pinned the blame on him.
I mean, it's pretty. The thing is, it's too easy to blame because all these other things, it's like the butterfly effect, Like, who knows how these things that happen in past can affect us now? But he stole the ball and gave them a run,
Yeah.
or whatever it was. It's pretty bad.
So he was Chicago's number one hated fan
had to
for a
move.
while, and I think it's really interesting now because it's one thing to receive death threats these days. Like you open up Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, they're in your comments.
They're
It's
a
in your
dime a dozen. Yeah, it
you're
doesn't
taking the
matter.
death threats in your comment, in your pocket. But having death threats sent to your house in the old school way, and you're probably getting faxes. These people really want you dead. It's one thing for people like while all death threats, all threats should be taken seriously. It's really easy to do when you're on the shitter and you're on the phone and
Yeah, they're not
you know
all equal.
fuck this guy, I want to kill you. It's like, sucks. But to write a letter is the true form of I am pissed because not only did you write the letter, you took the envelope, you sealed it, you licked it, and then you took it to your post box,
They
your
could send you like a
mailbox.
pipe bomb next or something. Who knows,
Yeah.
dude? They
They
know your
sent
address.
they took the time to find your address and then send it to you. That's the true essence of hate. So I can see if he was scared. And but I think the good news here from it is the Cubs gave him a ring when they finally won a couple years ago.
Wow. They're like, hey man, we forgive you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's pretty nice on the Cubs because I don't know, man. If that was a guy who was a Dodger fan, they did that. I don't even know if he'd make it out of the parking lot, dude. People have died at Chavez Ravine for
Hmm.
less. So I
Yeah.
just don't know.
Hmm.
Props to him though for sticking around because I honestly think I would have got the fuck out of there, dude. You know.
Hmm.
But maybe I'm not as bold, I guess. But that seems like a yeah, you gotta leave town situation
Hmm.
going for you there.
Well, if you go sit in his seat and take a picture.
Yeah, I probably could, because yeah, he's in the outfield. That's actually those are pretty cheap. That's like
Hmm.
the all you can eat section, bro. So I'm down. I'm
Well,
fixing my lights right now. I'm sorry,
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
what's good with you while you fix your lights?
dude. Things are pretty good, man.
Hmm.
I think that the biggest highlights of the week so far since I last saw you, um, I went to a fancy swanky dinner thing that I'll tell you about. But before that comes after. That's number two. Number one, I've been
Hmm.
watching a shitload of Planet of the Apes movies, dude. Okay, have you seen any of these?
Um, I saw the one with John Lithgow years ago when it first came out in theater. Is that the one you're talking about? The 2000 or 2003? John Lithgow was in
Let
it.
me Google John Lithgow.
You don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
John?
yeah. He's the
Yeah.
No, I know him. I know him. He's the dad with dementia, and with James, he's James Franco's dad.
Yes.
And
Okay.
number one.
I did see that movie. Hmm.
So okay, because the new one is in theaters, so it's like in theaters like right now. That's number
Hmm.
four of the new set, right? So I watched 1 through 3 just to get caught up because I thought they were pretty good. It's been a while. They're actually way sadder than I remember. I don't need to get into it,
Hmm.
but I was getting prepped for that, and then I started reading. Well, what's up with the originals? Like, why? How do these hold up? How do they compare? And people were like, the originals are really good. They're worth checking out. Number one, in particular, is really good. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. So
Hmm.
I've watched now 7 Planet of the Apes movies in total. I watched 4 of the early ones. Right, these are made between 1968 and 1972. And let me tell you, they do not make movies like they did back then. And I'm talking about in a bad way. These movies are fucking crazy. Things are just not explained and they just keep moving. The
Hmm.
screen will just go to black and the movie's over. Every movie, and they're all an hour and a half, no longer, because people did not have time for this back then, right? So it's like it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Hmm.
spoil a 50-year-old movie for you guys. Okay, so anybody who
Hmm.
doesn't care or who cares, stop listening now. So in the end of the first movie, he crashes on this planet. He meets these apes. They're enslaving humans. He's on the run. Very intense. And then in the end, he realizes, holy shit, he's been actually on Earth this whole time in the future. I didn't know that. And I was like, whoa, that was crazy. Okay. But then the next one, some guy who looks like him, who's a replacement, basically rehashes the same movie. And then they just blow up the entire Earth with an atom bomb. And the screen just goes to black. And they're like, the world is over. And I'm like,
Hmm.
what the fuck is going on here? Every movie, it just fades to black. Somebody dies, it just goes black, and the movie's over. And I'm just like looking around, like, how did this pass? But anyway, I'm having a really good time. And
Hmm.
yeah, Third Eye Portal says the originals are hella racist, especially number 4. There's a lot of like Cold War stuff. There's a lot of like sort of like slavery themes going on there. And I actually really liked it, even though they're pretty tough. So
Hmm.
I'm a Planet of the Apes dude. Now I might get a T-shirt or something. Anyways,
Did you? I'm surprised you didn't know that. Did you not watch The Simpsons growing up?
off and on. Like I wouldn't say I'm like a Simpsons like stan. I've only seen
Hmm.
like certain ones. But I think everybody knows that except for me, kind of. So
Yeah. I
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was wrong. There's a whole musical of that in The Simpsons. It was Earth all along, and it's you finally made a monkey, and then they do the crescendo. I still remember that shit, and I couldn't pass like like any math test these days or tell you anything important of any important history. But I can sing you.
But you got that down. The
Yeah,
harmony's there. I can
yeah.
the rhythm. It's pretty good. So
The the
yeah.
breakdancing apes in the Simpsons musical, Dr. Seuss, quite honestly, is very formative, and I will always love that forever. And that was some real shit to me.
I'll have to check it out. I'm not surprised because The Simpsons have done everything we all know.
Mhm.
But yeah. Anyways, those were pretty good. All in all, I enjoyed them, even though they're like kind of funky and old, and it's cool. You know, the costumes are super weird. They're just like people in ape costumes, and you can
Mhm.
totally tell.
Yeah.
They're fighting apes, and like the
Mhm.
apes are losing like one on one to a human. Doesn't
Mhm.
add up, right? And the new ones, they're chucking people off of bridges. They're like flipping cars and shit. Like the logistics, everything lines up a little more with the new ones. But the old
Mhm.
ones have their charms. Um, some other stuff I did. I went to a swanky dinner. So, do you like schmoozing? Are you like do you like doing stuff like that?
I actually don't like it very much, but I'll do it just to kind of fit in or
I
to
get
be
that.
just be a part of it. Yeah, I feel like I'm forced to do it, and I'm okay at it, or probably more than okay, but I would prefer not to.
I feel like you can step up to the plate and be that guy, right? You have like the
Hmm.
showmanship in you. And I feel like I can be charismatic when I want to, but I don't know if it's at schmoozy events, right? Like when I used to work in real estate and we had these big parties and stuff, I loved those because everybody liked me there because I would help them fix all their problems. So that was fun. Because I was just like giving people finger guns and getting drunk and just dancing or whatever. At
Hmm.
this one, everybody there was like, you know, somewhat important or whatever. Like there was somebody on from Good Day LA, like some caster person. Like there was some actresses
Wait,
there.
which one?
I don't know any of their names, but it was like some like Hispanic woman.
Oh,
She was
I
pretty.
thought.
She was like young though. She wasn't like an older one, but there was like multiple young people from like actors and stuff. A lot of Latino actors. Never heard of any of them. I'm like, damn, I gotta support my
Mhm.
people, dude. But it was fun. My girlfriend was playing. She was performing as one of the artists there. And, you get there at a cocktail hour, then we pick a table and they bring you food and it's all free because it's for charity. So they're just
Mhm.
asking for donations and
Yeah.
you get to eat at this like fancy, very fancy Indian restaurant in downtown LA. The food was amazing. Drinks were super good. But then there was this pressure to donate, you know, and it was kind of tough because like, this is my first question for you about this story. When you're at a
Okay.
place that has hors d'oeuvres, how many hors d'oeuvres is too many hors d'oeuvres, dude? Do you grab one every time they come around, get one? Because I was that guy, and I felt like people were like, "Okay, dude, take it easy."
Quite honestly, I'm going for everything.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Like they have a bunch of them. Okay, so I was sitting in front of my girlfriend. To the right of me was like two actresses. One of them's name was Saint Hart. Check her out. She was actually really nice.
Okay.
The other one, I don't remember her name, but she had like 500,000 followers on Instagram. Like she's like doing okay. And then to my left, I had like an up and coming rapper and like some producer artsy dude, right? Both really cool guys. I was talking to all of
Mhm.
these people. Uh, but I realized I was the only one who every time they would come by with something, unless it was oysters, I would be like, yeah, I'll try it. And I'm grabbing
Mhm.
one, dude, because why not? You know?
Mhm.
But the actresses, they had like three hors d'oeuvres and then they just passed on everything after that. And I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
think that's any way to live, dude. You know? This is free food.
What about the rapper?
The rappers were doing a little more, but even they were like not a whole lot. And I'm like,
Mhm.
what are y'all ashamed of, dude? What am I not gonna take this Angus beef slider? So good.
That I, see, that's where I get confused because is that an LA thing? But I'm from LA and I'll eat the shit out of everything.
Yeah.
Um, it's if you keep giving me food, I'm gonna keep eating it. That's because I got that dog in me.
And I
But
went
I
all through all the courses, took it all down, bro, 100%. You know what I mean?
good.
Didn't stop
No,
me. Those hors d'oeuvres.
yeah, I feel like that's totally fine. I'm a lady and I'll eat till I explode.
Thank
Uh,
you. I felt bad because my girlfriend, she doesn't like to eat before she sings, so she couldn't really
which fair.
eat or drink or
Hmm.
anything. And I was
Yeah.
just there like vacuuming up these hors d'oeuvres, bro. You know,
Hmm.
just in front of her. Eventually, she's like, "All right, I'm just gonna eat," and I'm like, "Hell yeah, babe, get it," you know. But she missed
Yeah.
out on the hors d'oeuvre that whole section, and it was pretty fire, dude. So
Was there a main course to this thing?
yeah, so there was like
Okay.
it was like butter chicken or a pork chop or fish. You pick. You know I went butter chicken, dude, because anything with butter, your boy's in, dude.
Yeah.
That's it. But it was really good. It was actually really fun. I had a good time. There wasn't too much schmoozing. I was expecting more. Like I thought they were gonna tell us after dinner to like cycle around and talk to people, but I basically just chilled there and talked for like an hour, hour and a half with a cocktail, ate, and then we left. So here's the problem though. So have you been to a charity event? Like do you ever been to one of these like where they're just like everything's free and they just want donations?
Not like that, no.
So like they're expecting everyone to donate if you're here because you're getting free food and it's like pretty good, right? So but I'm like, hey man, I got invited here as a plus one. Like I don't got it like that. So I donated like $15, okay? And at the end of the night, like after everybody was done eating, the rapper next to me, he's like, hey bro, like she told me I'm gonna get to go up and do a song because there's like no donations. They only have $100 out of $10,000 was the goal, dude. So it got kind of awkward because it's like they've only made like what, like 1% of their goal, and they just fed like 50 people at a fancy restaurant. Like I don't know how this works, man. So the girl from the news or whatever at Good Day LA went up there and was like, I'll sign any of these magazines if you guys buy one, but the magazine's $40. I'm like, sorry girl, I got 15. I'm down with 15. That's it. Felt bad.
Well, did the rapper get some people in there?
No, because he
No.
only sang like half a song. I thought he was gonna go in, dude, but he did half a song and there was no rapping. So it was just like it was a little tough, dude. I didn't take a gift bag because I felt like, okay, I'm gonna give back. I'll pass on the gift bag,
Yeah.
but they had one for everybody.
Okay. Well, here I will do the charity this favor, which is I think you should have to donate the amount that you ate, and $15 is not it.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. I had 2 cocktails
Yeah.
and a bunch of hors d'oeuvres, and yeah, and I don't know if that makes me a bad person, but I just like, hey man, I just really can't donate. I didn't. If I would have had to pay equivalent to the food I ate, I would have not went there because that's why I don't go to expensive restaurants right now. I'm trying to save.
Well, I mean, but your girl was there,
She was
and
performing,
she was invited to perform.
so I think that's why I get a pass because I'm here with the performer, and she, these talents, these skills don't come for free, dude. Okay,
Yeah.
you have to honor yourself.
You just become Elvis's manager.
I pretend to be her manager. My new
Like a-
friend, Saint Hart, said, you guys need to sneak into every party. Anytime there's a Hollywood party, just go, or like a music party. And she says she's the artist, and you say you're her manager. She's like, you look like a manager. Just say it, and it works. So I'm going to try it now. I'll report back. I'm going to try and
Alright.
sneak into an event.
Dude, dope. I respect that.
I'll wear a sports coat, and I think they'll be like, oh, yeah, okay. He's real.
Well, it's a very fine. Like if you're in New York or you're in different parts of town, like of the country, but I feel LA, it's kind of a wild card. You can wear whatever you want. It has to be kind
Yeah.
of nice. It has to be kind of nice, but it doesn't have to be a coat.
No, there was people there just wearing like polos, like funky polos, but they had like nice shoes. Or there's one dude wearing like a purple suit. Some people were really like wild. I was pretty tame. I just wear like basics, But I was wearing some boots. That was kind of nice, I guess. But yeah, some people were like wilding out in there. There was a dude in a denim jacket, but he looked cool. So it's like, I don't know what these dress codes anymore. I just played it safe.
Well, I mean, you practically bankrupt this charity with all the amount that you ate. It's kind of life.
I think the food was donated. That's how I'm coping. That's what I've been telling myself is that the restaurant gave the food for free because they wanted to help out the charity.
Hmm.
So, you know, they'll be fine.
I don't know, dude. Like
Is that
that's kind of
shitty of
wild.
me?
That's kind of shitty. I mean, like, look,
I just outed myself to all of our listeners.
you're my
But
homie. But just for the record, that's kind of what you did. You overate, and you didn't pay your weight.
I didn't even know they wanted donations from me, dude. I thought they were like, I thought there was gonna be like celebrities there. What do they? They don't need my money, dude. They need the dude from who's on TV to drop
Yeah.
some money. You know,
That's true.
there was somebody there
should.
from 106 in Park, dude. She was the host. If you know
What
that,
was it? Is 106 in Park still a thing?
I don't know, but the rappers told me she was there, and I was like, oh, what? Cool. I don't know who that. I don't know. I know what it is, but I couldn't point that person out of the lineup. Never. But I was like, what? Word?
Yeah. Oh my
Cool.
God. Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
crazy. Oh my
Mhm.
God.
You should have. Why didn't you donate your improv skills?
Dude, I'm telling you, everywhere I go, I tell people, just give me 5 minutes. I'll light this place on fire. And they don't understand. They don't give me slots, dude. I got a notes app on my phone just with some material that I had in a dream some time ago, but I think it's funny. So I don't know. Someone in the chat, my girlfriend is telling me you should tell people what the charity is for. I think it's for like women being educated or something. I don't really remember.
Uh-oh.
It's
I
like
don't know, dude.
women's empowerment or something. I don't know. Something really important.
Yeah.
Babe, can you link it if you have it? Because then that's me giving back. For any of
Yeah.
the women in the chat or anybody in the chat who wants to donate, there it is.
Did you see, speaking of yeah, tell us the charity. Did you see speaking of women empowerment, I didn't put the story in the notes, but it was a Kansas City Chiefs player. He went to go speak. I think he's the kicker, and he went to go speak at a
Yeah. I'm glad you brought this up. Please keep going.
he spoke at a college graduation, and he essentially started saying, like, it's about pride, but it's not that LGBTQ pride, and like this is about people who are proud of being like a God follower. And then he straight up tells the women, they're like, I know you guys are excited about your careers and promotions and everything,
Yeah.
but maybe you should consider being a housekeeper. And he starts talking about the reason why he made it big is because his wife is the housekeeper.
Every strong man has a strong woman behind him,
Yeah.
right? Harrison Butker.
Yeah, Butker. Yeah, is his name. And he's essentially saying, like, ladies, you have your dreams, but maybe you want to move your dream. Stay in your lane is literally what was said.
I could not believe he came out
Yeah.
and said that stuff because it's like he's a kicker. Why do you even just stay out of the way, dude? You know what I mean? You're basically getting a free ride and rings and whatever else. And it's just like so tone deaf. Like I don't know how anybody can say that shit out loud anymore.
Yeah.
Say what you want. You want to keep women down or keep them in the kitchen or whatever. Okay. I'm not going to try and change your mind because these people are not, they don't care. But you can't go to a college graduation. That's what you come up with. Doesn't he have a writer or something? It seems nuts.
Well, he is totally proving my point that I think kickers are kind of like useless. I think kickers ruin the game of football. You spend 48 minutes on the gridiron, knocking each other's heads, giving each other CTE, for all of it for it to then come down to the last minute to get in position where this guy from fucking Yugoslavia essentially decides the game.
Yeah, we're gonna spike the ball, or I mean, take knees until the clock runs out, and then have this dude kick it with 2 seconds left. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
And then all of a sudden, Butker wins a game from about 40 yards out, kicking the ball. And there's people who have onset CTE on set on the field. And
you're not even allowed to touch kickers, dude.
this guy has has essentially decided this game, and I don't like that. I really don't fucking like that. I know that might be a hot take with NFL fans, but kickers ruin the game.
I think field goals are lame, and I think punting is lame. The first time I played Madden, I was playing with my dad, and he would punt, and I'm like,
Mhm.
"What is this weak shit, dude? I'm running
Yeah.
it, right? I'm Hail Marrying on fourth down." And I didn't really understand the reasoning for punting until I became older, but I still
Yeah.
stand by that. I think punting is just kind of whack, dude. Play
It's a
it,
higher. It'll be a higher scoring game if you can't punt.
yeah. You just got to go for it. So take that, NFL.
If you want kicking to be part of the game, here's my thought, NFL. Roger Goodell, he can kind of take notes, commissioner of the NFL. It's the wheel of death. It's the same wheel that we use to kind of dictate lunch at work, which is you have everyone on the roster on there, and then someone spins the wheel and they kick.
That's cool. Yeah, I thought you
They
were gonna say like have the kickers fight or something for the chance to
no,
kick or something. I like
you
that.
can have the kicker on your team. You can have it, but anytime there's a kick, you got to go to the wheel.
Got to roll the dice.
You got to go to the wheel and let it spin. And there's no odds in this one where like all of a sudden the kicker gets smaller odds. Everyone gets the same option to be picked. The wheel of kicks.
Third Eye Portal just donated 50 on behalf of Vic. No cap. Wow. Hats off to Third Eye Portal in the chat. Thank you for covering my ass because you know what? But this is what it's all about. See, I'm talking about it in the pod now. Maybe that's what they want. You know, they want everybody to go talk about it, and then it starts drumming up some business. Thank you for doing that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know,
Underprivileged
dude.
women. You know what? What a better cause is there out there than that?
Save the receipt for your write-offs next year.
Good. You get good tax advice here too. Look at that.
um, I know we talked about conspiracies before. We definitely have. Avril Lavigne. For all the years that we've talked about Avril Lavigne, the conspiracy theory
It's a
of
good one.
is she's been replaced, she's dead, but they replaced her. I feel like I've never heard anyone talk about. No one has ever asked her about it, and someone has finally asked her. All these years, someone has asked her. Avril Lavigne addresses dumb rumor that she's been replaced with body double named Melissa. Avril Lavigne has some thoughts about a certain conspiracy theory about her. During the Wednesday, May 15th episode of Call Her Daddy, the complicated singer, 39, addressed the dumb rumor that she was replaced by a body double named Melissa. After Alex Cooper asked Lavigne what the craziest rumor is that she's heard about herself, Lavigne replied that she knew exactly the one the host was referencing. I know what you're talking about, she said, referring to the rumor that surfaced on the internet forums in the early 2000s claiming the Canadian pop star had died in 2003 after her debut album Let Go was released and was subsequently replaced with a doppelganger named Melissa. I mean, it's funny to me, like on one end, and everyone's like, you know, you look exactly the same. You haven't aged a day. But then other people are like, there's a conspiracy that I'm not me. And she says, honestly, it's not that bad. It could be worse, right? So she has come out officially and said it's dumb. Thank you.
That is, you know what? I think that's a good attitude to have about it. I think it could be even sort of fun. I wish there was a conspiracy theory about me, you know, just not one that's bad, like you're a serial killer or something, you know. Like,
Well, how about Richard Gere? You know
what's
that
his
one
conspiracy theory?
that he likes gerbils up his ass.
See, that
Yeah.
sucks.
Well, but this is what makes it worse is that like Avril Lavigne's conspiracy theory started in the early 2000s before like and the internet was there, but it was only for nerds, right? So no one really gave it much thought, but it's kind of gone over. Richard Gere with the gerbil in his ass was spread probably in the 80s or early 90s. There was no internet. There was
Pure
no
word of
internet.
mouth, dude.
And all of a sudden, this becomes oh, he likes gerbils up his ass. And it somehow it got out on a global scale, and now we think of him as gerbil up the ass guy.
Now I think of him as that. That's for sure. This is how it goes, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, do you think there's somebody who just like cracked a joke at a party and the wrong people heard it and now everybody thinks he likes dribbles up his ass, and do you think they feel guilt about it? Because I think it's
Yeah.
funny.
Well, it's funny.
He still gets work and stuff, right? So it's
Yeah.
fine.
Well, there was who was it? Marilyn Manson with removing 2 of his ribs so he can go to town on himself orally.
Yeah.
And that's one.
I think that's also not real. That was a big time on the
Mm-hmm.
recess field. We used to talk
yeah,
about
that. He was the kid from Mr. Belvedere. Was another one.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that wasn't the case. Um, who is the guy who does? Fuck, I'm totally blanking on him. But the rumor was that he had so much jizz in his stomach they had to stomach pump him.
I heard
It
about
was
that too. I don't
it was
remember who that
Rod.
is though,
I think it was Rod Stewart.
because he just likes jizz so much, huh? Wow.
Because he's Rod Stewart, and I think that it was him that they stomach pumped him because he had so much jizz in him.
Again, he
Uh,
probably had something bad to eat, and then some asshole just made it up, right? That
I
he
know,
swallowed a bunch
but
of.
like, it blows my mind to think how did these rumors even start? I Do you remember Ciara?
Yes,
Sierra.
she's the
They
one
heard
who's dead, right?
no.
Oh,
She's married to Russell Wilson.
oh,
Sierra. Sierra. Yeah.
okay.
Um, the there was she was a hermaphrodite.
See, that's fucked up. That's like there's still stuff like that coming out though. Like did you see there's people talking about Harry Potter's wife. They think she's like trans or whatever from one photo where she doesn't look great, to be honest. But she looks totally normal and other stuff. But it's like people
Yeah.
just start they just start like talking about your genitals, dude, you know, just based off of like random shit. It could be anything nowadays.
Yeah.
That's why I
Um,
really, make sure I look very masculine all the time.
Hmm.
'Cause I don't want any
Chest,
rumors starting about me. I don't need that right now.
chest out. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the chat saying, what was it in the chat? It says,
I don't know. What was it?
I didn't hear her say it's not true.
True.
Eye emoji. So I mean, she said it was dumb. Maybe that's something that Melissa would say.
Maybe that's like, yeah, that's what they trained her when she was in the lab or whatever to
Yeah.
do. Just say it's dumb, but don't deny it. It's questionable.
It's questionable.
We should get her on the pod.
I mean, I did see her
Do a
get
deep
super
dive.
pissed off at Chad Kroger at the party, so I kind of have an in.
Okay.
Well, even though she didn't say it's not her or like it's not true, she did say, "Hey, you, I don't like your conspiracy theory."
Well done, my friend.
Oh, dude, I said that. You see Apple Pencil? Let's mark that down. 51
Yeah.
minutes.
Clip it. 100%. Throw that out to the people. See what they say. Put it on TikTok. You know what? Even if we're
Yeah.
getting hate comments, I'll take it.
Mhm.
I'm honestly
Yeah.
thinking of just shit posting just to get some engagement. I want to talk about TikTok for a second. So, we got our TikTok going, you guys, last week.
Mhm.
We have 2 posts. It's okay. I looked up the important hashtags. I put them on there. I did this stuff. And it's like, I got like, what is it? We got like 100 views in like 20 minutes or something. And we had like
Yeah.
1 like. And I'm like, damn, it's fucking brutal out here, dude. That really humbled me. I'll be honest with you. I was checking it like, oh, let's see. And we got a like. I'm like, oh, cool. And I kept checking it. And then it started drying up. And I was like, I can't take this. It's hard.
Mhm. Yeah.
It made me feel a little sad. So I'm gonna try and drum up different content because I don't want to get addicted to it. And I think that happens to people. But I just want to see those little hearts and comments and stuff. It really
But if
actually
you-
feels good.
But if you're addicted to it for the show, it's the grind.
Then it's okay.
It's okay, dude.
Yeah.
I started having dreams about the podcast.
Really?
Mhm.
Damn, you're in, dude.
I had a dream, and this is gonna be super fucking out of nowhere. I thought about it. And I was gonna text you. I woke up in the middle of the night. I was gonna call you, like,
Oh
hey,
yeah, I love that.
but I didn't do that. I had a dream. We were doing the podcast, which you can find also live on Wednesdays at 7:30, live on Twitch and YouTube. That we had the. Do you watch the show? Did you ever watch the show Step by Step?
No.
Okay. 90s sitcom. The dad was Patrick Duffy, who was like a big star in Dallas. Again, really fucking good at this trivia, guys. Just letting you know. And the mom was, bless
Sorry.
you. Bless
Sorry.
you. Shh. When people sneeze around me, I just go, shh. Stop.
sneezing.
Yeah. The mom was Suzanne Summers. You know Suzanne Summers, right? Yeah, Thigh Master,
Yeah.
Three's Company.
Love
MILF.
Three's Company.
Yeah. MILF City. And it was like essentially like the 90s version of the Brady Bunch. And the 2 daughters in the show have their rewatch podcast because everyone has a rewatch podcast these days.
Of course.
and I've always had a crush on both of them. Like it was Stacy Keenan and Christine Lakin. Again, dropping names here because I got that dog in me with trivia,
Yeah,
and they have
she's
their own
cute.
rewatch. Yeah, we have their own rewatch podcast, and I had a dream that we had them on our podcast, and I was totally icing out Christine, which ironically was like is my crush. Like she's like probably one of my first TGIF crushes, and she turned out to be a babe. But Stacy Lakin, who played Dana.
You're getting all the
All
deets
the
right now. Yeah,
useless fucking information. I'm so impressed with myself.
I've got it too.
Use my pencil to write it down. I was totally in awe of her because I actually was like, dude, total babe, and I was totally icing out the other one. That was my dream that I totally we ended the show and I was so upset that I totally fucked up and did that because
maybe
I
it
dreamed
wasn't
about
a
the podcast.
maybe it wasn't a dream. Maybe it was a vision, dude. Could have been a premonition.
We can get that in.
Maybe.
Mhm.
I had a dream that I was in Planet of the Apes, and it was not nice. It was a nightmare. But I woke up and I don't remember my dreams. I wish I did, but it's like,
Mhm.
who wants to listen to them anyway? You know,
Yeah.
I almost want to remember them just so I can like think about them with myself. Because telling someone else your dream, besides that one that you just did right now, because that was totally cool, but telling other people your dreams is just like, no one wants it. You know, it's tough.
I was actually dissed. Someone said, "You were in my dreams last night," and the first thing it goes, "Oh, this is sexual, isn't it?"
Yeah, it could be awesome or really not cool. It depends.
And then it was totally not cool. It was along the lines of, "Oh yeah, we had to talk about someone's like fashion and like super like out there, not like in." It was something, and you were there, and it was essentially calling out my wardrobe, my outfits, and I was like, that was not flattering at all. You dissed me.
Yeah, I had a
Straight
dream
up.
about you. You shit your pants. Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough, man. But hey, you know what? I think you're a fashionista. Everybody loves your shirts.
Oh, thanks,
You know,
man.
Big Dumper from B Dubs loves your shirts. So, you know, for anybody who
Okay.
doesn't know, we'll tell the story. I think it's
Yeah.
only time.
You do it.
So me and Mark, we go to Buffalo Wild Wings quite often. We go to the one in Burbank, and we're very friendly with the servers there. We let them play music. You know, we chit chat, and I think
Mhm.
they like us, right? I think they like us.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Mhm.
a few months ago we were there, and we realized our server has been gone for quite a while, right? We're looking. I don't want to bother the other servers that are doing their own tables, so we're looking. Anyways, eventually we flag down another server who we know. She's cool. And we're like, hey, our server's like, can we, you know, whatever, can we ask you for something? And so she goes off and grabs it. And then our normal server, the Big Dumper, comes back and she says, oh, sorry, you guys. That took a while. I just took a huge dump. And I short circuited for a second because I still to this day cannot believe that our server came back to the table and just told us, sorry, I just took a huge shit. Like, we're about to eat. This is not
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
What was she thinking?
I don't know. I mean, it's literally one of those moments where you heard what you heard, but you just aren't sure that's actually what you heard
Yeah.
because it took a second because she said it so straight
Just
faced.
so, yeah, just chill about it.
There was no smirk or giggle or like hee hee like oh my god. It was straight up deadpan. You could not have been more straight like stone cold serious delivering that line.
I almost think she was fucking with us because it was just so out there. Or she must have like 6 brothers. I don't know
Yeah.
how else this situation could have possibly happened.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody says that.
I mean,
And
like it. Look, I get it. I'm looking at the camera. I get it. I know women do that too. I get it.
It's
And
okay.
yeah, like it's okay. I understand. However, it takes having a nice ass and it kind of changes the it changes the perception of it. She has a nice ass, right? And all of a sudden, it becomes something different than what you were initially looking at it for.
Yeah.
It changed the perception. Like
It's tarnished.
we've completely done a 180 here. It was quite.
It was really shocking, to be
It
honest.
was.
It was really shocking. I can't look at her the same anymore.
Hmm.
Now she has a nickname that she doesn't know about, and we're forever gonna talk about this. Well, we could be old men. I could be on my deathbed, and I will remember this woman and tell you what happened. You know, so fucking bad, dude. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah. The comment says, "Let me go grab your hand tossed wing." Honestly, dude, I don't. What are like? What were we supposed to do? Like, the actual thing is the question. Because do you get up and complain? Do
See,
you
I'm
say,
cool. I'm not gonna do that.
yeah? Do you say TMI? Do you say, can I watch next time? Like what?
Let me watch. Yeah, my brain just stopped working.
I don't know. What is the gameplay here? Because it's essentially like, when Russians are playing chess against the computer, and like the computer knows all the standard moves, like, in the realm of like formalities.
Right.
She essentially put the fucking knight out in the middle of the table, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, she went off step. Like she
I
was outside the lines.
And the computer was like, I've never seen a move like this.
I don't know what's going on anymore, dude. Right? Oh my gosh.
And we see her from time to time.
I don't even want to sit at her table anymore, dude. I take the dude with the beard, or that chick with the crazy like predator fucking weird tats. Like I'll take anybody besides Big
Oh,
Dumper,
man.
dude. I can't.
I think she's insane too.
She is insane. Because prior
sh-
to this conversation, she was telling us about her relationship drama. We asked her, "Hey, how's it going today?" Remember? And she's telling us, "Oh, I just got kicked out of my house or whatever, and I'm hooking up with this dude. He's the bartender, but he's mean to me." Or I don't know what the fuck she was talking about. This girl's unhinged.
I'm totally regretting saying where, like, where this place is.
No, if you guys
Because
are
of how
interested, we
deep
can
we're
take
going.
you.
Yeah, we'll take, dude, a field trip.
Yeah.
We will go. We will take you on the nights, and we will hope that we get her. And this,
She's traditional Tuesdays. She's usually there. Hold it down. Every server there is fucking crazy though. Remember the other one pretended
God.
to
Oh my
be
God.
newly married, and she went on a fake what is it? What do they call it? Where you get
A
married, you go
bridal
on a party.
I'm
Bachelorette.
blanking out. Bachelorette party, yeah.
She went to another state and pretended she
Oh
just
my
got
God.
married and was just going around getting free shit for a week. The other
Mm-hmm.
one, the other server, she's seen all of One Piece. She's insane. There's like 1,000 episodes. Nobody that's done that is normal. So it's just like that whole place is a fucking madhouse.
I mean, because we've gone there so much, the it's like going to Disneyland all these times, and you start to get a peek behind the curtain, and you start to see what because they no longer are just servers. They are people. Granted, they are scarred people who tell their the patrons when their bowel movements are happening. But oh my God, dude, like that totally happened, and I just didn't know it. It changes the dynamic of your meal, your perception on what you thought was like a pretty nice, like good looking chick, and it just I don't know.
Will we react better next time? Because I think I'm gonna be fucking shocked if that ever happens to me again. To be honest, I still don't think I'm ready.
I don't know. Is that a form of Asperger's?
It could be something's wrong with her. I don't know what.
Yeah.
But anywho, Buffalo Wild Wings, man. Whew. It is crazy. I I want to I want to tell you about something else that happened this week that is interesting to me, at least. Did you hear about this portal between New York and Dublin? Did you hear about this?
I did. Yeah.
So for anybody who doesn't know, they made a cool thing in New York and in Dublin. It's a big it's like a ring, and you can see people on the other side of the world live, and it's just a way to connect people. I think it's a genuine, fun, nice thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so here's what happened. A portal linking New York City to Dublin via a live stream has been temporarily shut down after inappropriate behavior ensued, according to the Dublin City Council. Less than a week after 24/7 visual art installation was put in place, officials have opted to close it down temporarily after people began to flash each other, grind on the portal, and one person even shared pictures of the Twin Tower attack in New York City. People are
Yeah.
so fucked up, man.
Yeah.
What would you do if you were in front of this portal? Are you gonna moon the other side? I think it's kind of fun.
I mean, that is a true. We are all as human beings at the end of the day. Like, because you're in New York City, you're in Ireland, in Dublin, and everyone's reaction, visceral gut reaction,
Yeah.
is to moon somebody.
What else are you gonna do, right?
That's
Show
that's
your privates.
Mhm. That's a very human thing, and I think that really humanizes the experience, because quite honestly, that's I think is cool. I did think it was a little out of pocket showing the Twin Towers.
The 9/11 thing felt a little over the line.
Yeah,
me.
I mean, that's where you start. Well, I mean, how do you clap back against Ireland and Dublin? You do the well, there's the Irish car bomb. Irish car bomb is an offensive thing because of the
Oh.
IRA or something. It's like there was like internal terrorists, and that's an Irish car bomb because they're out terrorizing within. I don't know what the story is, because they're not Step by Step or Stacey Keenan from who plays Dana.
They fell through the cracks.
Yeah, they felt it. Like, all I know is that an Irish car bomb, I think, is an offensive term.
I don't think it's too soon for 9/11 jokes. I just think to show the just Twin Towers being destroyed
Yeah.
and people dying, I don't think it's funny. That's all. That's all. It just seems like
Yeah.
it's just
You
know.
gotta clap back. You gotta
Yeah.
clap back,
Well,
dude.
they shut it down now, so we lost.
Yeah.
Because they just, how are you gonna show us a picture of 9/11 and then close it from your end? What the fuck is
Yeah.
that?
You gotta take your lickings too.
You got to give us
We
a
gotta-
rebuttal.
We gotta put on Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah,
And she's dead.
that's a start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Take that.
the one from Cranberries. Isn't she Irish?
Oh. I don't know. I know Linger. I don't know
Oh,
her
they got a
name.
lot of good songs, man. They got a lot.
Oh, they
Yeah, and
do.
she is Irish. Dolores O'Riordan.
Is she drowned in her bathtub, right?
I don't know.
She OD'd or she drowned? Well, I mean, if you
Oh
drown in
yeah,
the bathtub.
died from drowning due to alcohol intoxication.
Mm-hmm.
Alcohol? Come on, dude.
It's hard in the paint.
I guess she was just going down. I don't know. I just think like, who ODs on alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I think this is a good way to end the pod, which is ruining your day. You know, like you go about your day, and all of a sudden, like, I mean, bad things happen, right? And you kind of have to take your licks, and you have to just power through the day. But sometimes I feel like something so bad that can happen to you, that happens to you, just go home and call it a day.
Just got to start over.
You got to start over. And I think this might be one of those things. Man wanted for releasing his bodily fluids on Whole Food shopper arrested.
Okay.
This happened in Georgia, Chambly. Chambly police have made an arrest in a disturbing case that unraveled at a Whole Foods on May 11. A woman shopping at a grocery store located at 5001 Peachtree Boulevard near Claremont Road told police a stranger ejaculated on her.
No,
I
I
see
thought it was
this.
pee.
Oh yeah, dude.
Ah.
I see this gentleman walking down the aisle who's pretending to be shopping, and he's holding a basket, and he looked at me kind of like a normal gentleman, late 20s, early 30s. Nothing like extra suspicious about him. Dr. Sabine Lavelle, a plastic surgeon, recounted to Fox 5 after the incident. I bent over to grab the chips, and as I was doing that, I felt something like wet and warm on my back. And so I put my hand on the small of my back, and then I saw it was like this gooey white substance. And I turn around, and I see this guy looking at me, and he zips his pants up. Surveillance showed Lavelle chasing the man out of the store. She told Fox 5 that she wanted to draw as much attention as possible to the suspect in the situation so that there would be plenty of witnesses. Troy Calise, 28, has then been since taken in custody. He was arrested in Gwinnett County and charged with sexual battery and public indecency.
That should be a felony if it's not. I hope it is.
I think it has to
It
be.
has to be, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that.
I mean,
God,
there's this is a very unfortunate thing. This
that's
is
pretty
not
bad.
to this is not to make light of the situation, but it, this there's a bit of a production here, which is the surveillance. I don't want to watch the surveillance. I don't want to be the
I
person who
do.
has to investigate this because I have to assume that there's a little bit of calories burned to get to this crescendo is what
Oh
I'll
yeah,
call
nobody can just do it on command.
it.
He was working his way up.
And if he does, that's a bar trick. And he could have been earning like free drinks at a bar. Instead, he's no pun intended cocking his gun and he just lets it rip on the back in a Whole Foods aisle.
Why Whole Foods too? You got to take that shit to Food for Less, dude. You can't do that at Whole Foods. That's not
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I mean, I'd expect this at a Food for Less at
Yeah,
all. I would expect this at a Ralph's, not a Whole
not my
Foods.
Ralph's. Yeah, not Whole Foods, not Trader Joe's. You can't bring that shit there, dude. These are safe spaces. You know.
Yeah, and the the moment is when she picked up the chips is when this all unfolded.
She bent down. He was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
she
this is
bent
my
down.
moment."
Yeah,
What a
that was
sick bastard. I'm actually mad
dude.
about this. That's not cool. That's like, it's funny, but it's not okay.
It's I mean it's clean up on aisle 5. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, major,
Uh,
dude.
I I mean that's literally assault. Like, if that happens, like if that happened, I'm good chasing him out,
I'm
like
gonna
and
kill
getting him
this guy.
arrested. Good, but yeah, we're fighting. I might kill him, and I'm going home after. I'm going
Yeah,
home.
100%. I'm not going to grocery shopping again for
There, there is
ever.
not me going to work or going to a soiree at a charity event where I overeat hors d'oeuvres and not donate.
Okay, dude.
I'm
Okay.
not. I'm going home. I'm quite honestly going home, and that's a wrap for the day.
I agree, dude. I mean, yeah, I'm with you. Uh, that sucks for that lady. And reaching back and like touching it with your hand, even worse, you know? What could she be thinking it even was, though? Like, if something just warm and wet falls on your back, like, it's got to be jizz, dude. Or
I
bird
mean,
shit. But she's inside a store.
yeah, you're not
There's no
thinking.
good answer for that.
Well, also she didn't see him and said, "Oh my God, this guy is masturbating
Yeah.
in aisle 7."
She was
In
blindsided.
yeah, near the spice rack or the chips. She just saw him. So you're not thinking this guy is taking care of himself in that sense.
What's this guy's plan, though? Like, is that a fetish to like jack off on people who are like not paying attention? Like, what is that?
I don't know, but like I can only imagine the come down. No pun intended, no word.
Yeah, the post nut clarity has to be fucking brutal for that
yeah,
because it's
you're like,
not
"Oh
worth
my
it.
God. What have I
I'm
done?"
going to jail now.
I like
I'm a sex offender.
that.
Don't clip
See,
that. Yeah.
this is a sex offender. This right
Yeah.
here. I don't like when the sex offender is like, "Oh, I took a piss at a public park when it was 10
Yeah.
p.m." and all of a sudden, sex offender.
That seems
Or like,
unfair.
yeah, it's all like these weird things where like I've seen it online on Reddit where like, "Oh, me and my girlfriend were in 17 and I turned 18 and it became like like a sexual assault thing." And I'm like,
That sucks.
this is reserved for people like this guy in Gwinnett County. That is
Yeah.
sexual. Like you're on the list.
People doing upskirt photos with shopping bags, right? Shit like that. You ever see that
Yeah.
video of that dude sniffing a woman's ass at the gym? You seen this? Dude, so there's guys
No.
that I know we're trying to wrap up, but we'll in a minute here. There's dudes out there who go out and like try to sniff people's asses while they're like living their lives. And there's
Yeah.
videos on Reddit again where this guy just some girls doing squats and he's just like sneaking down there and taking a huff, dude. And then he does like 3 times. These guys can't stop themselves, you know? It's fucked up.
Yeah, I can't even compute like what's going on in their mind. Like
Mm-mm.
there's just the wiring has to be fucking off. They're like there's no way like we all have our kinks and we all but
Sure.
to get to this level of ass sniffery in the middle of a gym, mid squat, in a public gym.
Risking it all to sniff somebody's ass. Like it just
Yeah.
it doesn't add up.
It, like, how down bad are you? Is the question, because you know damn well there's people in the gym who's looking at you.
They got you on tape and they have your information. You signed in.
You said, yeah, don't even get me started on the whole signing in thing, like of the membership fees and all that. They're already fucking you. Now you fucked yourself even more with this. That's a shame, dude.
Sex offenders, give it a rest.
Not cool, dudes.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if there's one thing to walk away with, it's that Stacey Keenan and Christine Lake can have a podcast to rewatch it step by step. And also, the other thing is that sexual assault is not cool, guys.
Yeah. Big thumbs down.
Fuck
from
you
me.
guys. Well, I think that's a good. Maybe we can do. Hey, maybe we do this. We listen to the step by step rewatch podcast, and we do a podcast on their rewatch of their show.
Okay.
And that's how we get them. That's how we get them on the show.
I think if we dedicate a show just to redoing their show, they have to pay attention to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's desperate enough to make it might work.
Yeah, honestly, like that's a huge part of my '90s crush right there. Stacey Keenan and Christine Lakin. Like, honestly, like there's Topanga, the easy answer, but the sleepers right there, and another easy answer, Kimberly, the Pink Ranger.
Oh yeah, you remember
But-
Jennifer Love Hewitt? Oh, man, she was the
Yeah.
best.
See, like those are like the obvious ones. Like for a reason, they're the obvious ones. But
I'm gonna Google
yeah,
it. Okay, Mister, unique tastes over here. You know, cultured man.
it's not
Jennifer
unique.
Love Hewitt's hot.
Dude, 110%. What I'm saying is, I'm just like in awe of, again, Stacey Keenan.
Mm-hmm.
She left acting to be a lawyer, and now she's a DA.
Damn,
district
what a
attorney.
turnaround.
I know. I had just so many questions right there.
You can't say
Like-
she got by on her looks because she's a crack smart or whip smart. That's what it is.
Mm.
Busting out my
Dude.
50s vernacular. I've been watching too much Planet of the Apes, dude.
Yeah, I know. You and Charlton Heston.
Yeah,
See, I know this stuff, dude.
He's the
Take me
man.
on trivia night. Take
I'm down. They
I'm-
do it right by my house. Let's go.
let's before you go. All right, man.
On the way
Well,
out.
I think that's a good place to end. Victor, where can they find us?
You guys, we are To Live and Talk in LA. You can find us live streaming every Wednesday at 7:30 on YouTube and Twitch. We're also doing the social media thing. We're on Instagram and TikTok. Please give us a follow if you haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
I'm checking.
He's
Show us some
watching.
love.
All right. Hey, Victor, that was good, dude. I think it's a good place to end because I got to take a dump. All right.
Dude, get out of here.